If I lost everything tomorrow and had to start a Shopify store from scratch, here's everything that I would do step by step that you can follow. I've built and scaled multiple seven-figure brands across the past decade, but this time I'm going to explain how I do it starting from zero. This is not theory, this is legitimately how I would do it in 2025 or in 2026 because it's only 2 months away. My name is Robert, and over the past decade I've worked in consumer goods businesses and very high growth startups in positions such as marketing director and head of e-commerce, where I've been directly responsible for generating the revenue. And if you find today's video helpful and inspiring, please like, comment, and subscribe. It massively helps me reach more people. So let's get into it. Why is this so important? Well, starting a Shopify brand in 2025 is vastly different from other years. Meta CPMs are higher, there's more brands than ever started by solopreneurs, and to cut through the noise, it is just much harder. Getting the fundamentals right and following this 5-step system is going to help you have the best chance of reaching that $1 million level. It's easy to find tools, you can jump on ChatGPT, but you don't need more tools, you need the right strategy, and that's what I'm going to lay out today. Step 1, you have to find the right product. If you look at the most successful brands in direct consumer and on Shopify, from Mr. Beast Feastables to AG1, they have a product that consumers absolutely love. Now, if you are new to Shopify and you don't know what product to pick, find an interest, find something that you have used day to day, and think of how you can make it one step better. Maybe that's shoes, and if you go back and see how Allbirds was started, they found a niche that they knew they could improve on. Or maybe you're into Pokemon cards and you find there's an accessory that can help collectors store up their Pokemon cards. If you know that sector extremely well, you're gonna stand a much better chance of getting that brand to $1 million because you will enjoy what you're doing. So find a product that you're genuinely excited about. Do your research, find the best content ideas from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, create content for those products, find amazing people to write testimonials of that product and put it on the website and use that on your Shopify store. Remember, if you're interested in the product you're selling and it's high quality, it's gonna be much easier for you to set up a store that people love and create content on social that you know is gonna sell. Step 2, start thinking about the product you sell as a brand, not just a product. Where you can seriously cut through the noise amongst all the drop shippers and all the solopreneurs just using TikTok Shop is building a real brand that people know a lot of care and attention has gone into. This means creating awesome photography, come up with unique copywriting, create a logo that stands out. For example, Gymshark have that iconic logo that everyone now recognizes. If you build a set of imagery that everyone recognizes as well, you're going to stand a much better chance of standing out amongst your competitors in that market. And in a world where it's so easy to launch a Shopify store because it's just $1 for 3 months, everyone has that opportunity, so you need to cut through a brand. If you're not a photographer or you're not a creative, learn how to prompt into ChatGPT, use Midjourney to create images, and use VO3 to create videos that can live on your website for good. Exactly what I do. I use Midjourney with ChatGPT prompts to create incredible imagery. Step 3, yes, everyone has access to the tools, but you need to understand what tools to use to create the best tech stack so that the Shopify store can flourish without much stress. Here's what I want you to do. I need you to set up a Shopify store using one of the best-in-class free themes. I need you to be able to vibe code, so jump onto ChatGPT, learn everything about Shopify's vibe coding, and you can now custom build segments into your Shopify store based upon just describing a section that you want. You may take inspiration from your favorite clothing brand, your favorite accessories brand, and those ideas into your Shopify store. There's a reason why everyone uses Shopify, because it is so easy to get started and they have incredible themes, so you don't have to be a web developer anymore. My favorite theme is the Horizon theme because it's so clean and you can get it to look like Represent or even Mr. Beast Feastables. In fact, Shopify's president even has his own Shopify store and he runs it off Shopify's free theme, Horizon. If you can create a product that is great on subscription, you're going to want to use Skio subscriptions. It is one of the best tools that you can use and your favorite brands operate off Skio. You're going to want to plug in an amazing email software tool as well. If you have no money to begin with and you want to run the store very cheaply, use Shopify's email app. It's completely free. If you want to build the best-in-class store, you need to install Klaviyo or Omnisend. Klaviyo can create everything for you, from the flows to templates to campaigns, as can Omnisend, and at this level it's just down to which one you want to start with. From day one, you're really going to want to understand the analytics, so make sure you've upgraded to the Shopify plan that allows you to have the reports and analytics, because it's going to make your life a lot easier to understand how your store is performing. If you want to go one step further, tools such as Peel Analytics, Suite Analytics, or even look at tools like RetentionX, these are all fundamental pieces of the tech stack you need to build out. Firstly, get your analytics into a good place with a great analytics tool, and secondly, make sure you have an awesome email tool. And then if you want a pop-up, there's thousands that you can pick, free one from inside the Shopify App Store, or you can look at some of the modern alternatives such as Alia, using the pop-ups generated by Omnisend and Klaviyo. Again, this is what I would do from day one. If you are more like in day 180 or you're 2 years into your store, you can start looking into CX tools like Gorgeous. But for the purposes of getting your store up and running tomorrow, if you had to start again, those are the initial software stacks that you need to plug into your Shopify store. Step 4, acquisition strategy. If you're not attracting new customers, your store is dead. And there are so many ways you can start marketing your first store. You can go all in on social media content, creating ads with Make UGC, ARC ads and more, and posting that directly to TikTok, Instagram and YouTube Shorts. However, if you're wanting to accelerate fast, you need to start tapping into ads. I'd personally start with meta ads, unless you have a product that is searched in masses through Google. If you know that's going to be true, set up a Google Ads account and start running ads there. But what's really important is to pick one channel at a time, because you're going to be limited on budget and you don't want to spread your budget so thinly. By focusing on one marketing channel as well, you'll become more of an expert faster. Choose 1 or 2 pages on your website to direct that traffic to, and then you're going to have a really great understanding of how well your website converts. And that's what you're going to have to focus on. What is your conversion rate? If your conversion rate is sub 1%, you've got a problem with your store. If your conversion rate is above 2%, hopefully up to 5%, you've got a very highly converting website that is competing with the best brands in the world. But in today's world, we all know one piece of content can go viral. So make sure you are doubling down on your organic content and posting upwards of 10 times a day on TikTok, twice a day on Instagram, twice a day on YouTube Shorts. And if you've got a B2B product, you have to be posting on LinkedIn. Again, lots of businesses order products from Shopify stores, so don't forget about that angle of using LinkedIn for marketing. During this time, you're going to have to get really good at understanding what your customer acquisition cost is. If you're running Facebook ads, hopefully your customer acquisition cost is going to be less than the average order value of the product that you sell. If not, you're going to need funding to fund your business, as you're going to be losing money on every single purchase. This is your CAC to LTV ratio, or LTV to CAC. On day 1, obviously your LTV is going to be based on that first day's worth of revenue. Over time, you will add up that complete revenue from that cohort of customers and see how that compares to how much advertising spend that you've spent. Ultimately, we're hoping for is that your revenue generated from customers is 3 times the amount of advertising spend that you've spent over a certain amount of time. And most brands try and achieve this within 3 to 6 months. So if you're spending £10,000 on ads, you need to get £30,000 of revenue back as fast as possible. If you're doing this, your LTV to CAC is going to be best in class, and you're going to be able to scale your brand faster to that magical $1 million level. Step 5, LTV and retention. Now you can have the best meta ads account in the world, be driving the lowest customer acquisition cost in the market, but if no one buys again and again and again, you don't have a business. This is the one way you're going to become profitable, is by making sure people who have bought once come back and buy 2, 3, 4, 5, even 20 times. This is called retention and lifetime value. By using tools like Retention X, you're going to be able to understand how many of your customers return, and hopefully it's over 50% within the first couple of months since they purchased first. If your retention is not that good as a product company, you're going to really struggle growing your business. The second thing you need to think about is, can you turn your product into a subscription business? By having a subscription business, you're going to get money out of everybody multiple months in a row. And ultimately, this is how IM8 and AG1 and some of these other phenomenal brands have grown so fast. Just think about yourself. Which subscriptions have you purchased and which ones have you cancelled? Generally, you're going to get more than one order out of someone who subscribes. Tools that can help increase your retention are obviously Klaviyo and OmniSend for emails, and even using post-purchase services such as PaperRun. And if you're watching Jack, you're welcome for the shout out. PaperRun is one of the best modern companies in the D2C space. You can literally send postcards through the mail to any customer at any point in their consumer journey. And because there's different rules versus emails, you can even reach these people if they have unsubscribed to your email list. Now you've got to make sure you remove them from your mailing list if they ask you at some point in the future, but print media operates in a different part of the law versus email marketing media. And finally, to summarize, that's the system that I would use tomorrow if I had to start from scratch. It's very, very simple. Set up a Shopify store with the least amount of hassle, use one of the best in class themes, choose one marketing acquisition channel to begin with, start understanding your conversion rate, run that for a few months, and have a look at your conversion rate, see what your LTV data is. And from that point, you can accelerate towards your first $1 million through Shopify. Remember, virality and growing fast is very, very rare. With Shopify, you have to be meticulously strategic, because it's very easy to lose money and it's very easy to not have good margins. If you follow those simple tips, you're going to have the best in class Shopify store, and you're going to be focusing on what's right from day one. It is 2025, almost 26. The world's changed a lot, but the opportunity, it's still massive. Shopify and e-commerce is one of the best industries to get into, because success is literally in your own hands. If you have found this video useful, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next. See you in the next video.